Hey, this is Jeff, and today I'm going to do we're in Mainstage again. I am running this time version 3.3, and we are going to do a troubleshooting video on some possibilities on what to do if your Midi keyboard isn't connecting to Mainstage. So first thing I always like to do is check out to make sure my program's working. You open up your audio settings, make sure you're getting audio out. Is your your audio card all set up right? If you've got an external audio card, you're using like a USB or a Thunderbolt audio device. Make sure you're getting audio from play a YouTube video or something. But if you narrowed it down to you got issues, you've got audio coming out, but you just got issues getting your keyboard plugged in Mainstage. First thing I do is open up Mainstage and I create a brand new concert. So you go File, New. It opens up this beautiful window here. Go to Keyboards. I select the simplest thing you can find. I mean, if you're messing with Alchemy or the synthesizer, you want to open that, that's fine. If you've got another template that you like to use, that's great. Otherwise, just go straight here, Keyboard Minimalist. Select it, choose. It'll boot up. And the first thing you do is you can, if you don't have a keyboard plugged in, you go to Command K, or View this window keyboard. It'll bring in this musical typing or the keyboard window, and you can just run it up and down and see you got audio. You guys can hear I've got audio running. Also, you can see over here, right here in the bar, as that note's playing, I've got audio coming out here. It's picking up signal. We're basically running the whole gamut here. You've got all the way down, all the way up. So if that's working, then you want to check your MIDI input, and the way you do that is you come over here to the channel strip, the instrument that you're trying to use. So here we have this classic electric piano patch, and that patch is made up of these different channels. And you can see here this channel we've got the E piano, and you can go here to you can change the channel strip, the attributes, the layer editor, and then the MIDI input. So you want to make sure you've got your MIDI keyboard. When I plug in my Axiom, it'll show up here, right here. It'll say Axiom, so you can select that, and then you'll have the ability to make sure that it's there. You can adjust your MIDI settings if you want to filter some of this stuff out. If you want to transpose your MIDI, so you might want to check here to make sure this isn't set to something like +12 or because if that's transposed, then maybe you're playing a middle C, but it's being transposed up 3 octaves, and so you can't even hear it. Next thing you want to check is your layer editor and make sure that, here you can adjust your layers. You can go the highest key to the lowest key. And the way that this works is right now the way it's mapped is you've got the low key is the lowest key on your keyboard, the high key is the highest key on the keyboard. But you can drag this down, and you can see right here this little bar, it's getting shorter as I drag this down. And what that's showing you is this bar is showing you how much of this voice, this electric piano, is going to be tied to your physical keyboard. And you may be wondering why that would be useful. Well, let me show you right here. So right now I've got this channel on this keyboard. So let's say this is my M-Audio Axiom keyboard, and I've got my classic electrical piano running from let's just bump that down to something nice and bump this up to something. There you go. It's running 2 octaves from C3 to C1. Okay. Now let's say I wanted to add in another channel. I can go over here, channel strips, pop in a new instrument channel. It'll show up here, and what I can do is I can select this channel, and I go to channel strip library. Let's maybe say I want to add like a mallet, like a little vibraphone action on that. But when I play with my left hand, I want my classic electrical piano to be on the left hand, but I don't want the vibraphone covering that. Right now, what will happen is when I play between these notes, when I play between C3 and C1, you'll get the classic electric piano playing and the vibraphone playing. Whereas if I play outside of that range, if I play anywhere outside that range, I'll get just the vibraphone. But let's say I just want my right hand to be vibraphone, my left hand to be the classic electric piano. What I can do is I can drag this vibraphone all the way over there, and now they sit next to each other real pretty. See that? So there's a note break right here. C, C sharp. So if I play below that, I can have classic electric piano. If I play above that, I can vibraphone. Powerful thing about Mainstage is you can have as many different channels on one patch as your software, your hardware can handle. Sorry, your hardware can handle. You know, I've had patches where I've had 5 or 6 different instruments all playing on one keyboard. So you could have your electric piano here in the middle, you have your vibraphone there at the top. Above that, you could have a trumpet maybe. Down here at the bottom, you could have your bass. So on your 188 key keyboard, you could have 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 different instruments. You can just stack them up until your computer dies, basically. You know, I can go here to 4, I hit create, and bam, now I've got all these pretty little layers, you know, and I can go in here again, I select the channel that I want, so instrument 3, I can set that to maybe like guitar, acoustic guitar, go to layer editor, and I'm going to tweak that acoustic guitar. I'm going to just, sorry, clicking the wrong thing here, acoustic guitar. I can just drag that to wherever I want that, you see. You can see I'm just running on a, you know, a MacBook Pro here. It's kind of old school. It's kind of chugging away at this. It's got some issues running all these. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, delete a lot of that. And you just click the channel, hit the delete key, bam, it's gone. So if you're having issues getting your notes to play, you know, you want to check that. Make sure you're using a brand clean patch. If you've already got a concert loaded up, you know, you want it to work, but you still need to test it. Just go to, you know, this over here in your patch list, which you can get to show up by making sure you're in the edit window. Because if you're in perform, that kind of goes away. You're in edit window, and you just hit the plus key, you get a new patch, and then you know, come here to instrument, select, you know, your piano, just pick your, you know, whatever standard piano, and then basically you can go through the same setup. You click the channel you want, you know, make sure your layer editor set up right, and your MIDI inputs all, you know, your MIDI input set up right, and so yeah, I mean that's it. Maybe there's probably some other things you could be looking at. You know, if it's not there, you might want to check your layout here to make sure that your keyboard is actually assigned to your instrument. The way you do that is plug it in, punch this assign button to start playing, and it'll automatically detect your keyboard. Sometimes you need to have multiple keyboards. If you've got multiple keyboards plugged in, you know, there's ways you can work with that. But I hope this helped. If it did, if you got other questions, feel free to leave a comment. If it helped, leave a big thumbs up. That really helps a lot. Or subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. All right, guys. Thanks.